How's it going, people? For today's video, we're going to try out the new SLICYCLE melee sword. As of right now, we don't have a release date yet, but if I had to take a guess, I would assume it's going to become available in the event store when the new venture season begins, which is on November 22nd, but I was able to get it early by researching it from the collection book. And if you do plan on researching it, you will have to use a weapon research voucher. Anyways, here's what the new SLICYCLE looks like up close. And I believe this is a completely brand new weapon. So we've never seen this before in Save the World, never seen it before in VR. Here are the perks that originally came with mine. A couple things I want to point out is that the only element you'll be able to choose is the water element. So it's only going to be good against fire and physical enemies. There's also a new 6 perk to where every time you get 8 hits, it'll cause a freeze around the character. So it looks like you can only have up to 2 crit damage perks, but you can get up to 4 damage perks. Anyways, let's go ahead and max it out. I do want to see how much damage we can deal with it, so while we test it, we're going to use 2 crit damage perks, 2 damage perks, and we're also going to test out that new 6th perk. But during the gameplay, I did change one of the perks to attack speed, and I kind of prefer it with at least 1 attack speed perk on it. And we may try a few different loadouts, but while we test it, we're going to use Paleo Luna as our commander with the Totally Rockin' Out team perk. And for our support team, we have Main Stage Quinn, Assassin Sarah, Swordmaster Ken, White Owl Fiona, and Breakbeat Wildcat. Oh, okay, so that's the little freeze animation right there. It also makes a little sound effect as well. And it doesn't matter if the 8 hits are on a single target or if they're spread out across different targets, it's still going to trigger after the 8th hit. So let's hit this lady a few times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's another one. And like you saw right there, it also froze the zombie chicken and that husk for about 2 seconds, I think. It's about 2 seconds. But I like how there's a little notification that lets you know whenever it gets triggered. It can also freeze wildlife. Oh! So yeah, the freeze doesn't work against smashers. I'm assuming it doesn't work against any mist monster. I just got a pet smasher.
That's pretty cool, A1.
Yo, it's been a while since we got one of these, but they're still in the game, you guys. So yeah, as you can see, the distance of the freeze isn't that great. I'd say it's probably like half a tile. Like, you didn't even freeze that riot husky there. But you can freeze a lot of husks as long as they're grouped up closely. Oh yeah, we just froze like 20 husks right there. So I don't know if there's a limit, but it looks like as long as they're within half a tile, they should get frozen. Before we get into the gameplay, I do want to test it out against some power level 140 mist monsters. And first we're going to start off with this fire smasher. And I want to say it took us probably 10 hits to kill him. Pretty decent for a melee weapon. And next up I want to try it out against this blaster. And that time we did 280,000 damage. And it took us about 5 hits to kill him. And last up I want to try it out against the Taker. And last up, I want to try it out against the power level 160 smasher. Looks like we did 240,000 damage that time. And that's what it looks like against the power level 160 smasher. What the fuck? In terms of attack speed, it's definitely one of the fastest swords in Save the World. Here's what the attack speed looks like without any attack speed perks. I'll say it's very similar to the Spectral Blade in terms of attack speed. But that's what it looks like without an attack speed perk. Here's what it looks like with 1 attack speed perk. So yeah, definitely one of the fastest swords in Save the World. But yeah, with the attack speed, it's 0.36. Without it, it's 0.47 seconds. And here's what the heavy attack looks like. Oh, well, you couldn't really see it. It's not a new heavy attack, it's one we've seen before. Alright, so it looks like we got regular husk on this one. I was sort of hoping, oh, wrong sword. You are not Michael Myers, boy. I was sort of hoping we would get fire enemies, but this is alright. So yeah, we are using the one with the single attack speed perk on it because I felt like, oh, I forgot that doesn't work on defenders. I felt like it was better after testing both of them out. Obviously, we're not going to deal as much damage as we did with our initial version that had 2 crit damages and 2 damage perks. But we're swinging our sword way more often, so it still feels like the time to kill is better, even though we're not dealing as much damage. So yeah, I do prefer this sword over the other one. And we also changed our loadout a little bit as well. We made it so it's a little more survivable. We added Prehistoric Isa, and we also added Arlene Isa. So that way we can survive a little bit easier. But yeah, in terms of melee weapons, this is definitely one of the better ones that we have. I'm not sure if I'll say it's the best melee weapon in Save the World, but it's definitely one of the best ones. For a few reasons. For one, it has one of the fastest attack speeds. There's probably only like maybe 1 or 2 other ones that are faster. Oh, I think our defender's down somewhere. Oh, you got it. And the fact that it also freezes Husk. So that's going to allow you to get more hits in, and it's also going to help you survive more, making the Husk freeze around you. Oh, let's go and try and get this smasher. So yeah, I would definitely recommend getting it and maxing it out. The only bad thing is it's locked to water, so you're sort of going to be limited in who you can use it against. In a mission like this one, for example, against physical enemies, it's still really good. Against fire enemies, it's going to be really good, obviously, but if you're playing against nature or water, you're sort of going to be forced to use something else. And I would say that's the main thing I don't like about this sword. Wait, why do we have nature enemies now? What? Where did these nature husks come from? Cookie, your health? You're scaring me? I also like the fact that there's like a little notification whenever it triggers. Not only do you get like a little sound effect, but you also see like a multicolored light appear, which is pretty cool. I also kind of wish the radius was a little bit bigger, just so it could affect more Husk. But as long as it freezes the Husk directly around you, it's still really good. And yeah, I feel like the freezing 6 perk works really well with this fast sword. I feel like they go really well together. And look, as you can see, we're not having any trouble killing Husk. We're not having any trouble surviving. Even after 2 Sploder explosions, we're still here. And I'm going to go ahead and show you all my full loadout, by the way. Let me pull this up real quick. Yeah, we just added Arlene Isa, Prehistoric Isa. Everything else is still the same. Probably could have changed Main Stage Quinn to Varsity Hero because I didn't farm any sub-wafers. We got Sploders, by the way. And look, this is also going to be really good for Sploders because it's sort of frozen before they get a chance to throw it. I'm on my way, Cook. And wow, yeah, we don't really have that many lethal traps. We're pretty much just like killing all of the Hush using our melee, and our defenders are helping out too. But like we're killing them before they even get close without any trap tunnels. Oh, controller about to die. Dude, this is a really good sword, people. I would strongly recommend that you get it. Again, it should be available in the event store on November 22nd, I believe. That's not confirmed, but that's when the new season starts. But again, if you want to get it early, all you have to do is just... Oh, Cookie, they broke through over here. All you have to do is just recruit it from the collection book. Oh, I do want to try it against this mini boss. I'm going to try it against this mini boss real quick. I only got 15 seconds, but I'm going to try it anyway. Oh, he's a tank. Oh, yeah. Yeah, we didn't have a chance with this one. Let's see if we can at least get him halfway. Oh, we almost got him halfway though in like 10 seconds, so that's not bad, people. That's not bad at all. But again, this is just our first gameplay with it, but first impressions, definitely a sword I would recommend getting. Probably a top 3 sword in Save the World. Anyways, before I go, I did want to give a huge shout out to everybody who's been using creator code A1. And just want to say thank you for your support. Also, shout out to Cookie for joining us. But yeah, that'll do it for this one. Hope y'all have a wonderful day, and thanks for watching.